All right. If you just do it, it will turn out okay. Welcome to the final Danganronpa podcast.
Christ.
I think.
It's the end of an era. Oh.
Unless we want to discuss the light novels.
Yeah, but I haven't even read those.
So, last week we talked about the characters, and now we get into the story.
Yep. And boy, is it it's a crazy one, so gotta pack in tight for that.
Yeah.
Alright, so start from how it all began. The prologue.
Oh god.
The
Okay.
weirdest prologue ever.
Okay, so
So they wake. So we start out with Kaede, and she falls out of a locker
Kaede.
with Shuichi.
Kaede and Shuichi, they fall out of a locker. They're next to each other. From what I remember, they try to figure out where they were, where they are, how did they get there, stuff like that. Kaede remembers that she got kidnapped by people in a white van or something. And like they put her in the van and then she doesn't remember anything else. Yeah.
So we find out we can shoot things.
Yeah, we could shoot things in the room, which was really fun for best part of E3. And to get coins, like what a great idea. Because in Danganronpa 1, it was so hard to get coins. So you
Hey Brad, what's up?
all right. And other stuff. Then Shuichi and Kaede try to get out of the room or something, and one of those Exisol things comes out, freaking chases them all over until they get to the gym where they meet everyone else. And they're all wearing just normal outfits. And then they give them clothes, like proper clothes, and they restart everything.
Oh yeah,
I love Kaede's magical girl transformation.
Yeah, and Kaede's magical girl transformation.
Yeah, it's like, did we just do this? Oh, now we know who we are now. I'm a detective and I'm a pianist.
Yeah, yeah, she's the ultimate pianist and he is the ultimate detective. And then they wake up in the locker again, I believe. But this time they know who they are. And then you see a horrifying baby Kaede. And she explains that she's been, playing piano ever since she was a little child gremlin. And and then they go you get chased again. So you have to play that twice. And then you meet the other dudes, and then Monokuma comes out. No, the Mono Cubs come out. And then they're like, we're the people of the game, or whatever. And then Monokuma comes out. And
just the usual, you want out? You gotta kill each other.
Yeah.
Hooray!
It's hard to summarize something I haven't played in a very long time, but I think that's it. I think that's the podcast. I mean, the prologue.
That's the podcast. Well, bye, everybody.
Yeah, we could just leave it at that and pretend the ending didn't happen.
I would like that.
All right. Let's go to chapter 1.
All right.
The bait and switch chapter.
Yep.
So which rooms were revealed in this chapter?
I think Kaede's room, but she couldn't go in there yet. Or something. It wasn't she couldn't go in, she just didn't for some reason. I don't know. Or you could, but I never went in mine. I forgot. I don't know.
Maybe she just wanted to spend more time with Shuichi.
Maybe. Those two, love at first sight or something. Dang.
I know, it's like Romeo and Juliet, including the tragedy.
Well, I guess since they're in a traumatic situation with each other, they just instantly bonded. That happens with people.
Yeah. Well, what I remember is I think I don't know if it was bonusing or what, but you could offer to bond with Shumigi, but then Rintaro was like, "I'll paint your nails for you," and
Yeah,
she got mad.
I never played that, but it was a cute scene.
It's like,
Kaede, Rentaro, and Sumugi. Oh. Anyway, so I remember that Monokuma was like, "You guys gotta kill each other" or whatever, and then Kaede's like, "No, I'm gonna stop the mastermind." Yeah, and then they go and find this like hole in the ground or something, and they try to escape for this really tedious mini game. Um, and then you kind of get introduced to all the characters. I remember Gonta picks up the manhole cover and throws it. Uh, and there's something with the flashback lights that get introduced, and Monokuma basically, the whole thing starts. Then,
oh yeah, the flashback lights. Let's talk about that. They
um,
they give you memories about certain stuff.
yeah, well, I don't know what else is there to talk about. I remember that the flashback lights had, like, this one had like Kaede or like somebody hooked up to some kind of weird program or something.
Probably for brainwashing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So yeah. And then the thing starts, it's like, if you guys aren't gonna kill each other, then I'm going to literally set my exocells on you and you'll be torn to shreds and die. All of you by the end of like a few days or something. So everyone's like freaking out and trying to figure out like, no one's killing each other, which is actually like kind of nice because like, this is the strongest a group of people has been in Danganronpa before. It's actually kind of nice. But Kaede wants to stop the mastermind. Shuichi joins her because he's always doing that.
And they set this weird, like, gold rubric machine thing. It was like
Yeah,
weird shoot thing. It's like,
yeah, and then once they do that, she's messing around with like the books in an attempt to quote unquote organize them because she's, has OCD or something. And he's like, Shuichi's like, oh, okay. But what he doesn't know is that she is making a trap for the mastermind the whole time. And then I believe they found the door. There's this door, and there's a door with Monokuma's face on it or something. And
oh yeah, the Monokuma.
which is the worst hidden mastermind place of all time. Are you kidding me?
Well, to be fair, Tengen was way worse.
Yes. Well, I mean, like,
out of the female antagonists, which are really the only good supervillains.
Well, I'm not talking about her yet. I'm talking about the place.
The placement, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, come on. It's on the first floor where they're all going to wake up? Dude.
I guess they wanted easy access.
Probably. And then Monokuma's like, you know what? You guys drive me crazy. I'm just going to start it. And I'm going to like set a timer. And if you guys haven't killed each other by this time period, I'm just going to do it. So he plays this annoying music. And the timer's running low. And then they go back. They set this trap so that alarm bells will ring if the mastermind or someone goes to open the door.
He's like, come on, guys. Both Fat Tugami and Saika were all dead by this point.
Oh, no. And then, so they hear the alarm bells, and then Shuichi runs straight down there, and Kaede pauses for a moment, and then she goes down there with him. There they find Rantaro, Amami dead. So, yeah.
They're like, I guess the mastermind's dead now.
Yeah, but then they find out that the mastermind was not dead, and the mastermind was not Rantaro. And the game will continue because now there is a dead person. All right. Poor Rentaro.
All the Kaneda fangirls weep, thinking that he would be the next Kaneda.
Thank God he wasn't. Jeez. He was
Nope,
just a chill guy.
Yeah.
Actually, he was pretty. I think he was more or less the Akane of the group. Kind
Kanye?
of.
Who?
Akane.
Akane? How?
Well, like her, he had lots of little siblings.
Oh, well, I mean, the personalities are completely different.
I know personality-wise, but
I mean,
definitely
he's
Rentaro is actually competent.
No!
Except when it comes to siblings, I mean, they care about their siblings a lot.
Yeah,
she
they
did.
Poor
Like, I'm the big brother and she's the big sister.
Yeah, except he's totally chill and she's totally nuts. So, and again, that's
Oh
okay.
man, that moment before the alarm goes off, where Kaede and Shuichi have their little heart to heart in the twilight. Oh, that was so cute.
Yeah.
And then that song started playing.
Claire de Lune.
Oh, so sweet, so innocent. They're like the couple of kids who fall in love during middle school and just stay together forever.
Yeah, the true couple.
A middle school couple. Oh, that's so cute. They're so vanilla.
They are vanilla.
Yep. So, what did we learn about during the investigation?
Okay. Well, we get Miyu's help with this drone thing by begging or something, and she gets turned on by it. So she's like, "Okay, I'll help." And then they find that Rantaro was killed by a shot put ball. They find that oh god,
Gonta was watching A Bug's Life in the VCR room.
Yeah, he's watching A Bug's Life, and then
also Kaede comes across some things she just doesn't want Shuichi to see. Not like the clues, but also that one video in the room. She's like, Shuichi is too innocent for this.
Oh yeah. Why are they putting porn in the school's academy? Like, come on, man.
They put it there for Miyu.
She'll enjoy that, all right. Anyway, so after that, they found out this Rube Goldberg machine thing, and they found out about that. They kind of went down a slide sort of thing to where Rantaro would stand, and then splash.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Because the blood splatter is in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Like, that's
they never
weird.
talked about that though.
Yeah, well, I guess that's maybe like a clue in the back. But yeah, that is pretty dumb that nobody talks about the blood splatter. They're just like, oh, this is how blood works.
Seriously though, that would hurt, dude. Oh,
it would.
It's awful.
That'd be like if a bowling ball dropped on your head.
Oh gosh.
With the full speed and velocity of sliding down a vent, then both it just keeps collecting momentum.
That's horrible. Oh god.
On the bright side, he probably got killed in one hit.
Yeah, he died instantly. But still.
Unless somebody just took a shot football and just had to beat him over and over like a caveman, killing somebody else with a rock.
Did he? I think he only had one bump on his head, though. Did he? Like one spot, like where. So I think if she, who shall not be named, snuck out of the room and then swung her arm back hard enough and then slammed it back down on his head. So
be like, oh, damn, they. Oh well, I'll be like, oh, they like spoilers, but they missed. Oh, don't worry, I'll help you.
Yeah, honestly though, I mean,
like
that was her opportunity to keep the game going. Oh. Why?
All right, so in the first game, they went down a big elevator for the courtroom. The second game, they went inside a big rock for the trial, and then down an elevator.
Well, it's always an elevator. But now we get to see like a half-naked Monokuma, which is great, honestly. Great job on the developer's part. Really appreciate seeing that.
At least they covered that area with a nice, good old loincloth.
Yeah. I very much enjoyed it. Anyway, so then the kids, the statue does a JoJo pose, and then all of them go into the elevator, and then the trial begins.
Kaede and Shuichi have another heart-to-heart. Like,
Yeah.
it'll be okay. We're gonna get through this. Like, oh, you middle schoolers, you don't know what's coming.
Oh, it's
And,
so sad.
And then they have some new mini games there, like a race car.
Wait, what? In the trial?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Taxi driver.
I don't really remember the details of the trial, but everyone thought it was Gonta for a while, and then
Because he was in the room across from the library.
you had to spend a good amount of time, dispelling. No, it wasn't Gonta. And then you have some foreshadowing with Kaede. Ugh. And then, oh gosh. And then eventually you find out, and she's like, Shuichi, it's okay. And then, you have to, like,
I will die for you all.
and become the martyr of the series.
Ugh.
And then, one of the worst, like one of the worst deaths in the series, besides that Chaki's death, where she gets hung on the piano.
Yeah, the B3 deaths are much worse than any of the other games. They're so brutal and awful.
Leave it to Kodaka. He made them all.
Yeah, it's just, oh gosh.
Like, he plays a song by being choked to death, but then we don't get only one death, we get two deaths.
Yeah, and Mono Kid just freaking gets destroyed for like no reason. Oh yeah, because the stupid green one pushes him in the way. God. And then Monokuma just gets over it. Like, he doesn't mind that his kids are being slaughtered. And then everyone
he's an AI, so he doesn't really have any concept of death.
Well, but he kills everybody. He kills all those kids.
Yeah, then
but he doesn't care. They're humans. He's a robot. He's superior.
And then you think, wait a minute, is the game over with since the protagonist died?
No, they switched to Shuichi before she gets executed. So
he was hiding in a Hoge under his hat the whole time.
So now you finally get to see the Shuichi.
You get to see the Shuichi.
And then I think he goes back one more time to the piano room, and then he sits there as Claire de Lune plays, and Kaede's ghost is playing the piano.
Oh man, that's like, oh man, that was a scene.
Yeah.
And the
third. If only Hajime got that kind of like scene after Chiaki died.
Yeah, instead you move straight into the game is breaking apart.
Well, he was in bed for 3 days straight, so I guess that also makes sense. That's
like everyone else died. Like next Chucky dies. Forget it.
I think he was depressed over everyone dying. It's because Chiaki was like his girlfriend, so it's like took an extra.
His last remaining hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, but good scene.
Back to that for that like both times he was depressed. The first time he cried too when she died.
Who? Shuichi?
Hajime.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, everyone would.
I mean, Izuru. Technically, it was Izuru.
Oh, right.
Oh, you're talking about DR3.
he shed the tears like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But
Is there a baby in the background?
Oh, that's my dog. She's whining to go out. I should probably take her out.
But Makoto didn't cry when Kyoko was smashed by that thing. He just had sex with Hina.
Oh god, and that's why that ending makes me want to die. I'm sure he did cry though. I mean, that's his girl.
Here,
Anyway.
I gotta take my pup out real quick, so you guys keep going.
All right, I'll move on to chapter 2 now. Okay, so from what I remember, oh god, I don't really remember much.
Well, I remember there was a bonus scene. I don't remember how to do it, but where Shuichi had to deliver drinks to the girls.
Oh yeah, I remember that. And you get a pool. There's a pool now. There's also a lot of focus on Kurumi, Ryoma, and Maki in this chapter. A lot of focus.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Himiko is going to start do a magic show.
Yeah, and she's super excited about it. And Angie is helping her prepare, and Tenko gets a little jealous.
Is this where the Angie cult starts?
Yes, I believe. Or is that chapter 3? I'm not sure. No. That's chapter 3. The Angie cult doesn't start until there, but she does start to get a little annoying at this point. And I believe this is where the next motive was. It's the videos. The videos come back, but for some reason they're all switched around. And Kokichi wants everyone to watch their videos together as a viewing party. So he stages this thing where Gonta is going to grab everyone and put them in a room so they can meet his bugs. Cue horror as all the bugs come to life and start harassing all of the kids. And Kokichi's outside bothering Kurumi or something. And then she eventually, I don't know, she tries to catch him for a while because he wants her to play tag with him. Then he comes back inside with some of the videos, and then I don't know what really happens, but in the end he gets tortured by bugs and he's screaming inside the room.
Who Gonta?
No, Kokichi.
Oh, like bugs like, I know about you. You're bad boy.
Yeah, and he was found out because he was basically using Gonta the entire time. So Gonta got a little hurt by that, but he's so gullible that he just doesn't mind in the end. And then the magic show begins the next morning, and everyone is so excited and all this stuff. And then it's from what I remember, the magic show is supposed to go like this. So Himiko is going to do a Houdini type trick where she is going to do an escape act within the water. If she can get out of the tank with a curtain pulled in front of it in under a minute, I believe, then basically everything will be okay. If she cannot, a box of piranhas will open and piranhas will fall into the water and she will be eaten alive. So a magic trick begins. Everyone starts getting really worried.
Especially Tenko.
And Gonta, who rushes up. He can't take it anymore. And as he gets up there, the piranhas fall into the tank. He sees something kind of in there, but he doesn't know what. He turns, and then the curtain opens when Himiko comes out at the same time, safe and covered with water.
And then you see
Rio fall in, basically unconscious. He looks unconscious in the water, and the piranha's eaten him.
looking at bones.
Awful. Just awful.
And Himiko's like, ta-da! What's everybody staring at?
Yeah, her moment was outshined. It's very sad. And then you begin to investigate the murder of Ryoma. So from
Uh,
there, you conclude that Ryoma was not eaten alive by the piranhas, as he was already dead. He was
uh,
drowned before in a sink.
yeah, it's like it's like really. So they're like, Himiko, tell us how the trick was made. Like, what trick?
Yeah, and she's playing dumb the entire time because she's too stubborn to admit that her stuff is actually magic and not for show, not a trick.
Like,
So
it's
she doesn't
not.
help. And it
It's not
becomes
a
kind of,
trick. I'm a mage.
yeah, it's very frustrating. And then Angie starts to actually like blame Himiko for it, and everyone thinks that Himiko did it in the trial later on. But basically, the killer had a type of contraption that they made leading from Ryoma's lab all the way to the pool, which were kind of parallel to each other on a different angle. So she attached a rope to both sides, hoisted it up, tied them together, and then she attached a tube to the now rail from where she killed Ryoma in the
Pool room.
yeah, and then she slid all the way down using something as a medium to break up the friction of the rope, stop it from moving so fast, the tube. And then from there, she put a medium, a break into the a break up in the tank with the piranhas to put the body inside, so it would look like he died with the piranhas. It was basically the perfect crime, but um, only one piece of evidence actually led to the killer's um, discovery, and that was a small piece of black cloth which laid in the pool. And since the pool rules prohibit you from going in there at nighttime, she had no way of getting in there. Yeah. So yeah, the killer was Kurumi, and those were her gloves. Kurumi Tojo.
Yeah, but in the meanwhile, Koichi revealed a little secret.
Oh yeah. Well, after well, it hold on. After that, but that's after though.
Oh, okay, that was during.
Oh no, that's like way after the trial. So Kurumi explains that her her video, had something that her actions were rather justified in a way. She was supposed to be the prime minister of um, Japan for the time
Uh,
being.
uh,
Um,
I guess she became the prime minister after the Koichi, after Peko and Kachuichi killed everyone in the government.
well, they're not in the same universe.
Shh. Like,
And basically, oh God. All right. So then she had everything to live for. It's like millions of people were at her hands, and she had to make it back to them to make sure that they were all right. And Ryoma, he had nothing to live for. So he, well, didn't really say anything to object to her killing him. So she killed him. Well, she knocked him out first, and then he awoke in a sink of water and drowned to death. Then after that, she planned everything, put him on the tube, slid
so
down.
it was more like an assisted suicide.
Sort of. It's very messed up. And then she tried, after being caught, being found guilty, Kurumi tries to manipulate the others into believing that, you know, I did this for everyone in Japan, all this stuff, and they begin to feel like she should be the one to be let go. But she's, the one that's guilty, so she has to die. So Monokuma basically has this whole thing. He tries to catch her, and she's running and running. And her execution is by far the worst, in my opinion. It's so awful. And she has to climb a vine or a rope with a bunch of thorns on it in order to escape people from all sides. And, there's razor blades cutting her, and it's so horrible. It's like a sadist's dream come true. And then she reaches for the sunlight at the top of the well. She grasps, but nothing's there because it's just a drawing. And then she falls. But not only she dies, but I believe Monosuke dies, the little yellow one, as the green.
It breaks her fall, kind of.
Kind of breaks her fall, and she falls on him, and then they die. Then after that horrifying execution, Kokichi reveals to everyone that the reason why Maki was being so suspicious the entire time was because she was actually not the ultimate babysitter or whatever, child caregiver. She was actually the ultimate assassin, and then she chokes him, but he doesn't die, and then chapter 2 ends.
Yep, it's like... So let's just wait. I'll wait a minute for her to get back for talk the whole series without her.
Yeah. All right. Is she on Discord?
She's walking. She went to walk her dog.
Oh. Is there any way you could pause the stream or something?
I know. Some people could probably. I have no idea how to do that.
Oh, okay.
Right, so let's just. I guess we can talk about what you met. Let's see.
You could talk about your fanfic.
Oh yeah.
How do you tell me your ideas for chapter 14? Since I'm your editor.
I'm spoilers for people who haven't read my fic yet, but I'm thinking maybe Junko could go into the hospital room where Hiyoko is and like start manipulating her.
Okay, that's a good idea. And she's so weak at this point that she has no choice but to listen to.
And she's already in grief or despair about Maru beating her up.
Yeah. That was very difficult to read, yeah.
So, meanwhile, Maru has to live with what she's done.
Yeah.
Even if she wasn't in her right mind.
I know, like, Hajime kind of like getting all those girls, though. Except Peko and Akane, of course. But dang.
I just did based on like what I've seen for the free time events. Like they all most of them were like kind of cute.
Yeah, even though Hajime is like the most generic one there. No offense.
Yeah,
he's sweet. I think so.
Like yeah. Sonya's like you're that guy from the prophecy.
I'm not sure she likes him though, but yeah, I think she's more of a Gundam fan myself.
Sure, I think so too. But the free time event is like, oh, you're the prophecy hero.
Yeah.
Let's see. And he goes like, you like. I think maybe he thinks he's more like a big brother, maybe a father type figure.
Yeah.
Like, you're my slave. Oh.
Yeah, she probably.
But I think also in the island mode thing, she's like, hold hands. Well, I guess I don't mind. I guess.
Aw, she's a little tsundere.
And then Maru is like all like. You see clues from the Maru clues a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like she's a tsundere too. I think it's like, oh, yeah, the funny one is he's like, you gotta take off all our clothes. It's like, if you want to find this just whatever.
Yeah.
I think Ibuki is more like just like a
Free
bandmate,
Yeah.
like a band partner. It's just like,
I don't think she really sees anyone really romantically in that regard or sexually even. It's just kind of like, I just like you. Let's be friends. It's very pure.
yeah, it's like, let's play music together. That's why that's kind of doing it.
It's
Like,
even
you're my
weird.
band.
When I was playing Danganronpa 2, I did Gundam's free times and I did Nekomaru's free times. And both of them flirt with Hajime. It's really funny. Like,
oh yeah. So does Teru.
Yeah, well, of course, nothing stops him.
And but Pekko's kind of obvious. He's talking about Fujiko.
Yeah. All right, so you're back.
Yeah, we thought we went through the whole second chapter while you were gone. My favorite part was the Himiko magic trick. It's like, it's not a trick.
Well, it was not a good magic trick in the end.
Yeah.
And my favorite part of that one was where she says, "Surprise! I'm alive!" And everyone's looking dead by. Like, she's like what? Like, what? We are looking at.
Oh, that's so awful, though. Ugh.
They threw my baby boy at the tank.
I know. I freaking love Ryoma, man. It makes me so mad he was just thrown away like that. Kurumi,
No, I meant Kibo. They literally threw him at the tank to break it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. I didn't talk about that.
Oh yeah, like go throw them in the body. Like, what? Ah!
I know.
And it's like, okay.
What about water? Like, won't he react at the water? Like, dang.
Like, either
I think he pointed out earlier about the swimming pool. He says like he's waterproof, but he would just sink to the bottom of the pool.
Oh no.
I mean, we also talked about how Koichi reveals Maki's secret.
Yeah, to everyone, and then she flips out and chokes him.
Okay. Actually, doesn't something happen to Monokuma here or something? Or like the next chapter, he's like all, even though you find out he's on vacation, the Monokuma thing looks all dirty and like.
He becomes bored or something, so he goes on vacation.
Monodam overthrows him.
Oh yeah, and then he gets all depressed, and then he's like balding or something, and. And I was legitimately worried about Monokuma this chapter. So yeah, Monodam overthrows him, and then chapter 3
There was also
begins.
the bug meet and greet.
Yeah, I talked about that, and that was insane. So in chapter 3, though, there is Monofani, Monodam, and Mono. What is his name?
Montaro.
And they're like the new committee that takes over or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, they don't want any killings, but they want this, like, they have a chance to like bring a student back from the dead or something.
Oh yeah.
Like a necromancy
that was weird.
thing.
And then we start seeing Angie's cult.
Yeah, Angie's little get together, little Boy Scout meeting comes.
Power of hugs.
Yeah, the power of hugs.
And then I think we talked about we tried to talk about this chapter, but last chapter, I can't remember his name. God, his name blanking now. But the astronaut
Kaito
started inviting Shuichi to do exercise with him at nighttime.
Yeah, because he was worried about him.
Oh, that's so cute. He's like a dog. He's like that one guy from Parks and Recreation.
Andy, yeah.
But
Maki is like his girlfriend. Oh my gosh, you're right.
But then in this chapter, they invite Maki to join them.
And she's like everyone basically hates Maki. Like at this point, they don't hate her. They're scared of her, and she's just like, "Why do you want to have me with you?" Like, and they're like, "Because you're a friend." And then she's like, "Okay," and then she hangs out with them, but she still a little
then
wary.
and then we get this game's fan service event. Well, Sweetie sneaks into the changing room.
Yeah, that was so out of character for Shuichi. He would never do that. Are you kidding me?
It's
Well,
the power of the man's nut. It overtakes you.
It was probably out of character for Hajime and
Makoto, definitely. Holy crap, dude. He's like
Makoto saw
incapable.
the most of all.
If Makoto has kids, he won't even have sex to do it. He's just gonna hold hands. That's literally how I can
He'll
imagine him.
adopt.
Yeah,
He'll
or
adopt all of his new students now that he's the headmaster.
yeah, I just can't imagine him. It's just he's incapable. He's so incapable of anything ever.
He doesn't know what a sex is.
she's like, be like either adopt or Kirigiri is like, okay, we'll have artificial insemination.
Yeah.
Test tube, baby.
Honestly.
So that makes me wonder, though. Maybe Kirigiri would be fine with that because her mom did die in childbirth, so maybe she has anxiety that she'll die in childbirth.
Honestly, yeah, maybe they could just adopt little children's.
Kamaru is so on board with that.
Yeah, what Kamaru could be their surrogate. Oh my God. That's so cute.
Well, she's used to adopting children,
Yeah, she has like 1 million.
but none will rival Chisa. But yeah, this chapter, things get crazy with the cult. My poor boy, my son gets indoctrinated, which of course he would.
Oh
He
yeah,
just-
both Ganta and the robot get the hugs and like.
Well, Kiba just wants love and affection, you know? He's
Yeah.
like an obedient little puppy dog.
Is this when Miu like molests him, or is that later on?
I think it was this chapter or the last chapter.
Oh, I see.
Hey, Eric. We're talking about Doc Naropa V3, the video game.
I mean, you would imagine that I'd be very protective of my son, but I mean, since she is kind of like a doctor for him, I mean, you know, at least he's getting free health insurance now.
Yeah. Still, she should be careful.
Oh, absolutely. But it's not the worst forced romance. That honor goes to Tenko.
Well, it wasn't really a romance, though. It was just like a...
It was one-sided.
Yeah.
Really, others romance either. I think she was more like a fangirl of magic or performers too.
No, she just liked little tiny girls.
Ew.
I don't think
no. Oh, God. I mean...
Not in a pedophile way, but just like
Yeah, you're right.
she just...
Oh, she would totally, like, Neo Aikido Hachi. Break his
God.
other arm.
Yeah, she's not like that. She's not a scumbag, I don't think. She's just... She doesn't know what personal space is, and she's really unhealthy. Like, in terms of relationships. Because she was an angry little child.
She's a child in that grown body, which is ironic, because she likes Himiko, who looks like a child.
Yeah, and she acts like one, too, which is kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I like that they reveal, was it your master guy? He's like, you're right.
Yeah, and basically, oh gosh, from what I remember.
Oh yeah, like I said, you said think about bringing back the dead.
Oh yeah, and they basically planned that Rantaro was the one that they were going to bring back.
Oh, then Angie Angie then broke down the fleshlight to the
Flashlights. What?
Flashback lights.
Oh my God, no. Okay,
I don't even want to know.
Flashback lights.
Okay. Yeah. So she breaks one of
God,
those.
no, don't turn the black light on Miu.
No. Oh God, I don't know what you would do with it. She doesn't have anything to stick in it, so.
No, like they would just shine the black light on Miu and see what she's been up to.
Oh, gross.
Oh, I know, I'm disgusting.
What a disgusting woman she is. Such a nasty girl. Okay, so after that, Kaito starts getting really freaked out or something. I don't know. He starts acting weird.
He's terrified of ghosts.
Yeah, he's terrified of ghosts. and understandable, I guess. But Angie is locked away in her own lab all the time, which is nearby Korikio's lab, which is probably the most obvious giveaway that he is the killer.
Where she's
And yet,
making statues of the people.
yeah, it's like, come on, man. You really want to make this a murder mystery? Try to act like, do it harder. Like, come on, man. I'm trying here, but
Yeah, like not even. I mean, Mikon was less obvious as the killer.
yeah, I know. Oh gosh. And then
The student council is cramping on Shuichi's OT3 style because they're like, "Oh, you shouldn't be outside during night. Murders happen at night."
yeah, but so I think that interrupts his friend time with Kaito and Maki. So he can't be a third wheel there. And also Kaito doesn't want to come out of his room.
Because he's terrified.
Yeah.
He pulls a Shaggy.
Yoink!
Yeah, and then like things just escalate more and Angie takes more control.
And then she makes wax figures of all the deceased.
That's right.
Kaede, Ryoma, Kurumi, and Rantaro.
I wonder if she stole their clothes from their rooms.
Oh gosh, maybe.
Or if they're clay clothes, maybe they're just clay clothes.
Probably.
She's freaking talented, though. Gotta say that. And then, while trying to go talk to Angie, Tenko, Shuichi, I think Maki, and someone.
I think does Tenko pretend to be in the cult, or
yeah, she did.
Yeah, she was pretending to be in the cult.
And then they go to Andy's room, and then the doors are all locked, but Kokichi comes up, and he knows how to pick locks. So then they open the door, and Angie is on the floor dead. Thus begins the investigation. And
A body has been discovered.
It's just like, oh no, I liked Angie. And then basically they were going to perform some kind of seance because
and they're like, Tenko will be the medium, so they put Tenko in a cage.
No, Himiko was going to be the medium, but Tenko volunteered so Himiko can have a chance to talk to her. So, which was a really nice thing that she did. If only she acted like that, Then again, I don't know. It would be more kind of like oh well. Anyway, so
they did all the rituals. They turned all the lights out. Then
they start singing that weird song.
At last, at long last.
And you hear a little strange noise.
First to voice act that part, with my friend, we couldn't take it seriously, so we started singing Cotton Eye Joe, and I think that was a great decision on her part. But then Tenko dies because there's this thump thing, and then she's there. There's like a knife wound in her neck.
Oh man, that's so traumatic for Himiko. Two of her best friends die in quick succession to each other.
I know, it's so awful.
She's like she starts panicking now. Like I guess she don't like her. She still saw her friend. And it's like
well, yeah, of course. Yeah, Tenko did mean something to her at the end of the day. She just didn't appreciate her enough. At least that's how the game explains it.
Like I think so. Like she liked her, but still, like you're in my bubble. I like you, Tenko, but you're my bubble.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't like that they're like kind of justifying how Tenko was acting, though. Because it's still creepy, but it's sad that the girl dies.
Yeah. Then it's more mystery time.
Yeah, and then there's a huge investigation, and for some reason,
Yeah.
like I kept getting stuck in the room. Like they forced me to look for stuff that was barely seen, even when I pressed like the button that would show stuff.
So, off topic real fast. Of all the double murders, was this the worst double murder? What double murder was the worst, do you think? Of chapter 3.
I don't know. A lot of people, chapter 3 is always, in my opinion, or in a lot of people's opinion, the weakest chapter.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know. I think chapter 3 for 1 and 2 was the weakest chapter, but I don't know.
Like in the first game, there was 2 separate murders, and in the second and third game, it was the
I
same
just think
murderer.
it's really predictable to have 2 people dying in the chapter 3.
It's
Yeah,
like
it would have been interesting if somebody did like utilize that rule that only the person who murders the first victim is punished and the second murderer is like A-okay.
I know.
Like that would be so interesting.
It would, because like there could be a second murderer around. Let's say that it really was Korikyo, but the first murder was not. That could be interesting. You could still have him around. It would be,
Himiko would be like a rabid chihuahua around him.
yeah, it would be an interesting dynamic, Maybe he'd actually get some sort of, I don't know, characterization. That would be really cool. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
But
Instead, we just have seesaws and incest is wincest.
yeah, and it goes nowhere. Like, so.
Oh yeah.
Totally, it was such an interesting idea. You're right, and they totally just throw it away. Awful.
So they investigate the trial, and they find out that not the trial yet, are we? Are we still investigation?
Investigation. There's that part where Kaido thinks there's a ghost, and then he jumps and hugs Maki, and it's the cutest, most tsundere moment.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah, like he gets startled, and he's like, ah! And then he grabs Maki, and she's
Aww.
like, she's blushing so hard. She's like, "What are you doing, you idiot?"
Maki's a cutie.
She's so tsundere.
And then I guess we should move on to the trial, because basically what we find, there's like a hole in the floor and the knife is down there, and I don't know, it looks like all this stuff happened. I don't know.
And we find out,
It's pretty obvious.
And we find out that Angie like saw him either the killer sawing the thing or something, or doing something with the saw.
Yeah, and it's the seesaw. And Angie, she like saw him, and then he just killed her off because why not? Because plot. And then she died, and then Senko die. So
Yeah, like he could have just like left it there, but he's like, "Listen, I have worked so hard on this trap. I am going to utilize it to kill another person."
Yeah, and then it's revealed that Korikyo was a serial killer the whole time. Oh, so obvious. And he murders women. Oh my gosh, that's so obvious. And then
to make stuff for make friends for his sister.
And now that is not obvious, but still, it's very sad.
He wanted to make Kaede his sister's friend.
She is a great friend, but yeah, I don't know if she would agree with that. And then,
you want to meet my sister? Sure, I'll send you to join her.
Send me a postcard when you're there. And then basically, he dies, and it's such a horrible execution. I mean, it's well done, like it's a good execution, but it's so gruesome and it's kind of depresses me. It's so bad. He gets boiled alive, and his own sister freaking like pours salt on him, and he dies. So there's no way he can even come back as a ghost. It's so awful. What the F? His sister is a total biatch. Like, what? Why would you do that?
Maybe she didn't want all those friends.
Yeah, maybe, but she was the one that caused him to have an affair with her. So,
yeah.
So, she used him basically, and then that happened. So that makes me sad. It makes me sad because Korikyo deserves so much more as a character. And,
Yeah, like he's an interesting character, but they fell into the cliche of the creepy guy is always the serial killer.
And
like what if the creepy guy made it to the end and was a survivor? No, that would be funny. Like, come on. At least to the 5th chapter.
well, yeah, well, really, everything is see, like a they do a lot of repeats. Like in the 4th chapter, the big muscly guy always dies.
Yeah, I know. Why do they always have to torture me this way? I
Like,
freaking hate it. And going to well, anyway, we're getting off track though. So chapter 4.
Wait.
No. At the end of chapter 3, Kaito kind of runs away from the. No. Before that, Himiko just starts crying. Like she's just crying for a very long time, and finally, like unleashing her emotions to the world. And she gets so tired afterwards. Like Gonta carries her home. It's very sweet.
He's so sweet.
He's such a sweet character.
she starts
Leading the lamb to the slaughter.
She starts caring now. Before she's like, I don't care.
Yeah, she starts caring for Tenko and Angie, and she wants to live for them, which is a very nice message, honestly. And then, what's up?
Is this when does I forget, when does we reveal that Kato's sick?
Right now, actually, I was just getting to that. At least that's what I remember. He walks behind them, and once they're out of sight, he begins coughing really hard. And then he looks down at his hands, and there's blood on it. And then the chapter ends. So, yeah. I was freaking mad. I was like, no! Not another one, please! I freaking hate that.
I know. It's like when you see a dog get sick.
I know. It's just,
You're too good and pure for this.
And then chapter 4. Oh gosh, I really don't remember much of what happens in chapter 4.
We find out that Miyu has made her own Neo World program.
Yeah, Miyu's still around, and she doesn't really contribute much except inventions, which are useful, I have to admit. And then she has this huge computer thing, and she's like spending all night with it, and I don't know, she's like cheating on Kibo with it, or I don't know what the heck happened, but it's really weird.
Oh, he gets jealous, my little boy.
Yeah, and she's like having sex with the computer. I don't know, man. That character's just weird. And then,
well, she did design Kibo so he could take pictures, specifically so he could take pictures of certain things.
Yeah,
so
like why does she want to look at her poop? Like, what's her freaking problem?
To be fair, I examine my dogs because it's a good sign of health.
Well,
like,
yeah, but that's you caring about your animal. She's just obsessed. A weird person. Anyway, so after that, she creates these little avatars for everyone. And
Chibis.
yeah, and she says they're like sexy or something, or her avatar's much hotter than everyone else's, and they're all just little chibis. And then Himiko gets mad or something because she's flat in that world. I don't know. And then
Kiba's like, oh, yeah. I'm a robot in this world too? Okay, is that how you sees me? I mean, sure. It's not like I wanted to be a real boy or anything. Like, let my boy have his dream.
I think that's the main reason she likes him anyway.
True.
So there's 2 buildings, like a big mansion and then like some other building.
Yeah, and they're having fun in this world, looking around, because apparently there's a secret of the outside world is in this world. And
it would have been interesting instead of like this mountain villa and church. It was actually like a snippet of the actual Neo World program.
Yeah,
kind of like how they did in the last game with bringing the old school back.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. They could be on Jabberwock Island. That would be really cool. Maybe on the first island with the park.
Yeah.
But instead, you're in the snow. The complete opposite of tropical paradise. And then after that, there's something like everyone goes off and splits into groups. And I remember Shuichi is with Samugi, and they're looking around the place.
And the bridge collapses.
And the bridge collapses because Miu is a freaking biatch, and she takes the freaking thing and runs away with the bridge, like the partition. And
Don't forget she objectified herself.
she objectified herself.
I'll explain later when we get to the trial.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah. She's a literal object. Yeah, there's a bunch of complicated rules in the world that she implanted, and she basically was God.
Yeah.
And then when they get out of the program,
you think it's a one-sided world, but it's actually a big loop.
yeah.
I kind of figured that out.
And in order to get out of the program, you have to say your full name. And then, like, there's this one moment, like, Kokichi walks up to Shuichi, and he's like, oh, yeah, in this chapter, he started, like, going crazy over him. Like, and that's when the Yaoi fangirls were like, oh. And then, yeah, I don't like it. No offense if you do, anyone, but I just don't. And it just feels forced to me.
Yeah.
And he was just like, Shuichi, you're so cool, or whatever. And then, like, Shuichi just says his name and then goes into the freaking other world. And it was like, yeah! Like, you're so badass, Shuichi. Yes. And then they get out of the world, and Miu is dead. Yeah, she's dead.
I think we see her just standing there for a while, and the things just. Like,
yeah, she was like freaking collapsed in the world. Like, I'm sorry, that's not funny, but I don't know. It's just she's just not.
Just a typical Friday night for Miu. Face down.
Oh God.
Yeah, they get out of the thing, and she's choked or a red mark on her neck or something.
She's a mark. Yeah, and she's like, it's awful. Like, it looks so bad. I didn't like her. In the third and fourth chapter, I was getting really tired of her during my playthrough, but I felt bad. I was like, oh no. It's sorry, like Miu.
The face of a drowned rat just frozen.
She is a rat. She's very smart, but dirty.
I don't know. Technically, domesticated rats are one of the cleanest animals. They never
I was
get
thinking
cavities.
More like a sewer rat. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh yeah, no, she's totally a sewer rat.
Domesticated rats are so cute. They're so fluffy. I love her. I love animals.
Oh man! And then Monotaro starts crying because somewhere along the line,
this mom thing with her.
Oh yeah. By the way, how did the third?
Oh yeah, Monofanny's pregnant now, so that's horrifying.
Ew.
Yeah, she's totally pregnant.
How did the third cub die? Let me talk about that.
Monodon just fire.
He committed suicide or something because his siblings didn't like him anymore.
Oh, and we found out that Monokuma was just on vacation.
Yeah, and Monokuma was just on vacation the entire time. He wasn't balding, and that was just some random fake Monokuma that took his place.
Yeah, it was so weird. Oh, but it was so cute because then, like, Monotara's like looking over to Kiba, like, "Are you my daddy?" And I'm like, "Aw."
But then the investigation starts. Don't really remember much.
Kokichi's trying to throw shade on Kaido to get Shuichi to distrust him for some reason.
Yeah.
So we find out like the wire being something like the certain wires being mind and body or something like that. You plug in the machine.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
This is a clue for the trial later on.
But that's weird though, because like Mia created the Neo world expecting them to live in it instead of the real world. But like, how is that gonna work if none of them are like hooked up to fluids and stuff. Like eventually they're going to starve.
Yeah. And like there's a certain way in how a person connects to the Neo World program. Before they put on the goggles, they have to put these two cords into it.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, you were? I'm sorry. I kind of blanked out for a moment.
The two I said the two wires had to be in certain order.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, it's found out that Gonta can't remember anything in what happened. And people just think because he dumb, he's stupid. But no, it's actually because he messed up the pattern on the wires. And
oh, my baby.
That's why he can't remember.
And I guess why is my name blanking on the names?
What? Describe the person.
Kaido?
No, Wire Boy.
Wire Boy?
Oh, you mean Kokichi?
Koichi. I guess Koichi saw they got to mess up the wires before he went in. I'm guessing.
His name is Kokichi though, because Koichi is the dude that was drunk in DR3, and he's the cool guy.
Yeah.
He's the drunk dude.
I only remember certain names. I guess the names I care about.
Yeah. Well, you remembered all of the ones in DR2 and 1, so I mean, I guess it's just probably because you never played V3.
Yeah. I know him. I know Shuichi, Himiko, and Katie, and Maki. And
yeah.
The survivors. But anyways.
Yeah, so things get hectic. Poor Gonta is like, oh man, it's the worst day for him.
And then there's like an alter ego Gonta, and I don't know, I forgot how that came to be. But it's basically his version of him.
Well, I guess that's where they messed up on the wire thing. He was made in the New World program.
Yeah, so that's a Gonta, all right. And then
you find out that he's manipulated this whole time, but into killing her.
Miyu died as she lived.
Yeah, Miyu wanted to kill Kokichi. That was her plan, but he mobile. I forgot how that worked, but so no. If she would touch him, he would be rendered immobile. So he didn't want that, so he had Gonta kill her because he manipulated Gonta and had him watch the true mystery of the outside world. So they were trying to kill everyone and take the quote-unquote ultimate sacrifice so no one would have to see.
And then he slid her body down like a sled down the slope to the other side.
And then she goes funk on the church.
So you think you think she died on the other side, but really she died on this side.
Mm-hmm. She was choked by toilet paper. A fitting end for that woman.
Kiba was the only one who grieved her death.
I know.
Monotaro.
It's very sad. No one cared. Well, they cared and like, oh no, someone died, but it's not like, Tenko.
Personal investment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then the execution,
it's so awful. It's so bad. He does not deserve something like that. I mean,
the bugs kill him.
And it's so brutal, like, and then she has a disgusting baby, like, ew, God, and then the baby like stabs him, and I don't know, and then
a giant bug,
and it catches on fire. It's gosh.
Like I said, like last thing, chapter 4, the big guy always dies. Sakura, Mekomaru, and now Gonta.
Oh God. The Holy Trinity. And then oh gosh. What else? What happens at the end of the chapter 4? I mean, of course everyone is super
I think
sad.
like Kokichi talks to Monokuma maybe?
Oh yeah, and then like Kokichi, it's not known if he was actually feeling genuinely heartbroken over Gonta's death or not. But I honestly think that just to me like him a little more, because I don't want to hate him. Maybe he did, but I still hated him so much for what he did. I was like, oh my god, I hate this character. I don't now, but I definitely don't love him or like him much.
Yeah, I don't really care about him just because everybody keeps shoving him in my face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. I liked him more before I
he
went
the,
on
was
Tumblr.
he the least likable of the antagonists
No,
between
I don't
between
know.
between Byakuya and Nagato and him?
I wouldn't, because they're literally meant to be unlikable, so I really wouldn't. Byakuya I say is the most likable because he changes. Kokichi I put as second most or likable because at least he like wants to stop the killing game. Nagito wants to continue it. This doesn't base my actual personal feelings on the characters. This is just how I'm trying to figure out by what they've done, like who is the most moral. But at the same time, Nagito wants to. He has his own personal reasons for things too, so
He's like,
it's a hard choice to make.
if Nagato's like, hey, if we have a greater bad things happen, then a greater good thing will happen. I'm doing this for you guys. I'm causing all this bad stuff to happen, so good stuff will happen.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess I just don't like Kokichi too much because I don't like liars. Because I used to be a liar. I was a huge liar, but now I'm not, and my life is so much better for it.
What, during your Monica phase?
Oh, definitely during my Monica phase. Yeah. I don't know. I guess because a lot of times sometimes I take things at face value, what people say, and I can't tell that they're joking. So it's like,
You can't tell sarcasm.
sometimes.
All right, let's go on. Did the girl die from her stomach exploding from the giant bug?
Yeah.
That's how she died.
Yeah.
And then what happened to Monotaro?
Oh, the bug just sliced his head off.
Oh gosh.
At least he's with his mommy.
Yeah. I liked him. He was so cute.
I know. I want a plushie of him. He's like, out of all the Monocups, he's like the one that's actually adorable and not like DeviantArt.
What do you mean DeviantArt?
Like he's like aesthetically pleasing, you know? It's not like Edge vomit.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Coming up in this chapter, but in chapter 3, I forgot to talk about this. Like, didn't Koichi fake his death?
Wait, what? Oh, that's on chapter 5.
Yeah, 3.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah. And
it's a lie!
And I was like, not another one, please. Stupid
That would have
idiot.
been interesting if there was another one.
Yeah, but no, he just wants to be funny.
Which brings us to chapter 5, where everyone's gunning for him now.
Yeah, everyone hates him because it's revealed that he is the quote-unquote mastermind because the secret of the outside world is discovered. And they go with the Mio's hammers, I believe, which basically cut off electricity in something. They go through that same sewage passage that Kaede took everyone through. And they make it.
Yeah, and apparently he lies or reveals that he's one of the remnants of despair.
Yeah, and he caused the end, or helped cause the end of the world of meteorites and crap. And he took all of them up on a space journey with the Gopher Project and all this stuff. So, yeah. Which was also a lie. And also the same universe in Danganronpa 2 and 1, which I was so freaking mad. I was so depressed for a long time because I thought, oh my gosh, all of my children died from meteors. Are you kidding me? Like, after all they went through, I couldn't do it. And then it was revealed that didn't happen. So I was like, oh, thank God. Jeez.
So that's pretty interesting. Because, like, I've been thinking, because since I've been taking Darwinism, we talk about eugenics a lot. So I was thinking, like, that would be interesting if like humanity was on the brink of extinction, so they create kind of like a Noah's Ark. So it would make sense that they would get the best and brightest and most talented to represent humanity through the
Yeah,
Dark Ages.
yeah. The
That
world
explains why they have the Love Hotel.
Ugh.
is like
Gotta repopulate the Earth, man.
Oh god, Tenko's not going to help with that. She's a major lesbian. So.
well, the world was probably devastated after Junko got through of it.
Yeah, but Junko not real.
I'm still going by the theory that that was a lie too. We'll talk about that later.
Okay, so then, I don't know. Doesn't Kaito try to rise against Kokichi, who now walks around in an exisal now or something like that? Or he has him at his disposal, and he tries to attack him, but he gets put in bad time prison, and he goes, and he's in the prison now or something. Oh, also, Kaito and Shuichi get into an argument for some reason. It's really contrived, and I forgot why. Because he kept finding out people who the murderers were or something like that, and Kaito got all mad. Like, what's your deal, buddy? Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm literally saving you guys. Like, chill.
Did we find a dead body and we think it's Kaito?
Yeah. Oh man, the look on Maki's face.
Oh god. Yeah, that trial was so long. That was about like the longest trial ever. It was like 3 hours long. And so much. Like
So and then you see you see what you think is Koichi in the next suit.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was so sad too, because then, like, just a side note, like throughout the chapter, Kiva's still trying to prove that he's a real boy. So he's like, what would happen if these electric hammers hit me? Because they're supposed to deactivate anything they touch. Like, would I be like that? Like, did Mio see me as a robot? And then he gets into the press, because apparently the press has a thing where it'll stop if it senses a biological thing on the panel, and then it doesn't stop and he has to roll out. Like, my poor boy. He just wants to be a real boy.
Oh.
But then we find out it's all a switch. That Kato and he switched places last
and
minute.
it was believed that Kaito was smushed, but actually Kokichi was smushed. And gosh, because he was filled with poison, he was like, well, guess I'll die.
Oh yeah, they're doing it because he was hoping to trick him, saying that Shuichi was the killer, but it was really him, and they got it wrong. Or, I don't know how it's supposed to work. We're not killing everybody else, though. And
yeah, it's a bit confusing.
This chapter usually is.
But then, when he died, Maki cried.
And Maki finally broke. It's sad, and in order not to be depressed, I'm gonna move on.
But then he gets the Jin Kirikiri execution.
Yeah, but he, in his last stand, does not die from Monokuma. He dies from his illness, peacefully looking at the stars. And the way that
he coughs up the last cough, and he died. Then it turns into a skeleton.
And he dies with a smile on his face.
Yeah. But then the ship falls down and crashes, and so then Kivo attacks everybody from the debris, but one of the debris knocks his Ahoge off, and he's like, what?
And he goes crazy.
Yeah.
You can't hear that voice in his head anymore. When I first played, I thought, is that Chiaki for some reason? Because, like,
Yeah.
he said how it was, like, his hope.
So then we go to chapter 6.
The worst chapter.
Yep.
Where I guess we decide the why. So Suichi decides, you know what? Let's reinvestigate the first murder.
Yeah, and in a last stand against the true mastermind, Kibo begins blowing up the freaking school, and he plans to self-destruct and end everything.
Oh, man. He's embracing nihilism.
He is.
So why does he decide to reopen the first murder?
It's not him. It's Shuichi, I believe. He believes that there was something off, and that Kaede was right in trying to find the mastermind. So he wants to do her justice and try again, because they didn't get it the first time, but they're going to try the second time. And the true piece of evidence that ties everything together is a bathroom. That's it. Just like toilet paper, the bathroom is the thing that will, end the case.
Nobody brings up the blood splatter.
Yeah, the blood splatter.
Seriously, if Mikon was there, she would have slapped Shuichi. I mean, she wouldn't because she's too docile, but she would be like, that's not how biology works.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, assume, but I don't think that's how biology works. She would just, I'm sorry. But after that, though, the investigation begins, and we find out a bunch of stuff. For example, the flashback lights aren't real. They make different endings and backstories and all this other crap. And also we find out that there was pink fiber on the ball that's in the mastermind's room, which gets blown up by Kibo and they can go in. Also, Kokichi was lying about everything. And the Hope's Peak universe is not existing in the V3 one. Because it's basically like, it's in a book, but the contradictions are there and it's not adding up. Also, his true talent was not he wasn't a remnant of despair. He was just a little prankster that liked to hang out with his clown friends.
Yeah, that was kind of cute.
It was kind of cute, but why can't he just be a prankster? Why do you have to be so annoying?
I know.
And then they find Rantaro's thing, and Rantaro was revealed to be the true survivor, the ultimate survivor.
The last game, wait a minute, you realize, what do you mean last game? The last game was DR2.
Yeah, but they don't know the 52nd. And then he was in a competition. He was the only one to survive, so now he gets the honor to participate in the next one. But he was making a message to himself because they were going to wipe his memory, basically.
Man, makes you wonder, what kind of emotional baggage he had. Did he have a girlfriend or boyfriend, whichever one you were? Did he have people he loved that died? Or was he just, stone cold?
Maybe he just was a thrill seeker. Maybe he just didn't have anything to lose, like Ryoma.
If the TV show thing was the truth.
Yeah, I think it was, honestly. But, I mean, it wasn't really a TV show. I don't really know what it is defined as. So, Shuichi, Himiko, Maki, Samugi, and Kibo all team up together as friends. Yay!
Kibo gets all of his angst out of his system. He's like, fine.
Yeah. And he's like,
be in the trial.
And then he gets his doge put it back on. Because with that off, he goes cray-cray. And starts thinking for himself about the little voice in his head telling him what to do.
Oh man, this reminded me of Despair Automata.
And then the trial begins And all the Monarch cubs are back, though, but they're killed off one by one to my despair. Because I was like, really, Monokuma? Like, you do all this?
Like, yep, I sure do.
That's freaking heartless, man. Anyway.
Told you, he's a machine. He doesn't understand mortality. He's like,
those are his babies.
Well, he understands human mortality, but not his own mortality. Because
Like,
he's got 9 to the 10th power clones of himself.
Like my Monarch cubs are so adorable.
Yeah, and they're so cute, but he freaking keeps freaking killing them.
Chisa would be impressed.
Chisa would be horrified. What are you talking about?
No, despair Chisa.
Oh, okay.
Because she kills children.
I wonder if despair Chisa made the Monarch cubs.
No. She's far gone by that point.
Be like, see, like, it's like, oh, like I want children again. Oh no, I'll make Monokuma children.
No, that's more of what Monica would do.
Yeah, like meet my new friends. Although there was this theory floating around how like the Mono Cubs color palettes matches the Warriors of Hope's color palettes.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
I always thought before it was revealed the secret, like maybe these are the students that these 16 are the students that Makoto taught in his first year of principal of Hope's Peak.
Yeah,
it would be interesting.
Makoto, in my mind, would still talk like a 17, 16 years old.
And Kirigiri, one of the teachers, is like, I'm a detective too. It's just like, I'm a detective too.
Yeah.
Oh, Shuichi would have been like her Watson.
Yeah. And then at the trial, the contradiction with what everyone, it all leads down to their alibis. So with their alibis, they tried to figure out what they were doing at the time Rantaro was killed. Previously, after they discovered that the bathroom leads to the mastermind's room, and Samugi's thing was her alibi. Stupidly, she still said that she had just gone to the bathroom, and they were just like, nope. So they caught her, and then she started saying the same thing over and over again. And then she turned to the Junko.
She's like, it's like the mastermind is like Junko is always the master. Like Paul said, I'm Junko. Not really.
It's her. Ugh.
But then not just really. I'm just a cosplayer.
Yeah, and then she starts cosplaying all the freaking characters, which at that point I was kind of flipping out because it was nice to see them again. But
like
all the voice acting still.
She does both thin and fat Tagami and Chaki and Makoto and Hajime.
Well, everyone.
This is why I don't like her. She uses our favorite characters to spout blasphemy.
Yeah. But
That's why I pick on her.
And then
I like her, but I don't like her as a mastermind. If that makes sense.
The reason reveals the V in V3 means 50.
50 free. And there's been 52 games before this.
Yeah, we see True Happy Havoc, we see Goodbye Despair, we see good in the Hope Academy, and then we see the 4 or 5 blah blah blah. I can't remember what they say.
And then she's trying to be like, oh, but you need to fight against me with Hope. And so they're like, okay. And then they're like, wait, no. And then they get nihilist. And they're like, oh, you don't want to because that's what the game wants. That's what people want. And then,
we live in a society.
Yeah. And basically it's revealed that everyone's just sickos that are so bored that they just want to see fictional people die.
So yeah, except in the second game apparently where they all survived.
Yeah, but that was just revealed for the Hope arc. If it wasn't for that, it would be still, I mean, they did die in the world.
Yeah, but then.
Well, because my thing is that I think originally it was all fiction. So like they had actors, like normal actors, not brainwashed actors. Like at first it was okay, but then people got more and more into it, and maybe like somewhere around the 25th mark, they thought, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we used real life people and brainwashed them to make it more real, like Bolt, but even like that movie Bolt with the dog who thinks he's a super dog. So it's like that.
Like, oh, that's just so weird. Imagining Danganronpa 1 and 2 with actors.
Oh man, that would be so great though. I'd be Chisa's actress's *1 fan.
Yeah, and of course,
I can distinguish fiction from reality, unlike some people. Blueberry.
The Blue Fairy?
No, Blueberry. That's what I call Samugi. I also add another word, but I know you're here.
It's okay, I can take it.
Okay, I call her a blueberry bitch.
Well, I mean, that does fit her a lot. I don't like the mastermind thing either. I absolutely abhor it. I just thought she was a nice break from the craziness in the game, because everyone was very crazy.
Yeah,
that's why I liked her. She was just a normal, plain girl, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'm into this.
Cleanser.
Yeah.
And we find out that.
And then she's mastermind, and I was like, oh, damn it. Like, I was just so mad.
I find out Kibo's the video camera, the whole thing.
Yeah, and Kibo was being manipulated.
Son.
He was the puppet.
Oh my God.
He's the puppet.
Like he's
really
having a full-on existential crisis. Like he was only designed to observe. Like, good lord. That's why I love the AI characters, because they always go through existential crises, and believe me, I've gone through a plethora of those, so I can relate.
Yeah. And then I don't know, you get to play as like every single character for a few moments. I don't know. You play as Himiko, Maki, Kibo, because Shuichi just turns brain dead or something.
Claire de Lune starts playing as everybody's brain shut down.
Yeah. And well, it's just like they fight against the system by not voting for anyone to die, and not voting for anyone would result in everyone being killed or something. So then everyone in the audience starts hating on it, and they're all kind of like painting the Danganronpa fans as like toxic community, which it is sometimes, gotta admit. And then everyone just it's better than most, but still the people in there, they can be mean. Believe me. The Reddit, yikes. They just hate on every single character ever.
Yikes.
Yeah. Basically everyone starts getting off of the program. They start not watching the show anymore because they hate it now or something.
That is not what real people do. They continue to watch so they can make outrage videos.
Yeah, they'd be like, react to Danganronpa season 53. Oh, and then they'd flip out and like punch a hole in their computer just to get clout.
Oh my gosh. That's what this world would be.
Then they're like cat. They're like Kibo, destroy everything.
Yeah, and then Samugi's like, I don't care, just do whatever you want. And then like Kibo's like, okay, I'm gonna destroy everything. Bye. And then they all prepare to die. And then she waves
bye
like Junko, but not happy because she's sad. And then she dies. And then Kibo flies into the wall, the fourth wall, breaking it, shattering it into pieces and blowing up.
And then the epilogue happens.
Yeah.
Where we see Shuichi, Himiko, and Maki have all survived.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's kind of like in a way I would have preferred it if it just ended on Kibo flying into the fourth wall, but it's kind of a nice mystery. Like, what is beyond the fourth wall? So
this is where the thing happens. We fight. Like, are we just you now, or was we fight? Or maybe she was lying this whole time. Like, we don't know. It's a mystery. It could be a TV show, or it could be like she was lying at the TV show.
I felt kind of forced.
it was a little forced. Personally, yeah, it's just
Because, like, I know the thing is that the endings of the main games are supposed to have open endings, but, like, out of all the open endings, this feels like the most forced. Like, it makes sense in the first game that we don't know what's outside, but we've been, like, hinting at it throughout the whole game. And then in Danganronpa 2, we don't know whether the people are going to recover because from their mental shutdowns after experiencing death because of the placebo effect, but maybe there's chance yet. But this one just feels kind of forced.
yeah, it's very forced. It's weird though. The only boy to survive, and I did not expect Himiko to survive. I kind of counted her as a kind of just like a chapter 2 victim, but or chapter 3 victim, but no, Maki I definitely saw surviving. And then they go into the void, and then ends.
The credits roll.
And then the credits roll. And then you can play the cute mini game, which I play sometimes actually.
Talent
Very
mode.
cute.
Yeah, we talked about the bonus modes and talent mode. Like yeah, in like the first game, the 3-time event, you go there and you're in the school and you have to build stuff again. The first 2 games you have to build stuff. The third game you don't build stuff.
You make arts and crafts basically.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in the first game, if you get through it and the thing, you get a little spoiler thing from Monami, I think.
Oh yeah. And like what you do basically is you go into the talent building mode and you pick a character and you make them go around the board game map, and they're having a blast with other characters and everything's A-OK and peachy.
And all three classes interact with each other. You see some.
It's very adorable.
Yeah. My favorite. What I said before, my favorite ones are Himiko and Gundam, the magician thing. Like, I also like. Chalky and Kirigiri are like, you're my rival. Yeah, definitely my rival. And then
No.
And then I like Chalky and Maki are like, you can play video games you should play video games with your student. They're like, they're not play video games. Oh, that's too bad. Then when Himiko's like, I'm a maid, like, oh, you're good in RPGs.
Yeah.
But then also both the Izuru and Chalky and Hajime and Chalky things are just so cute.
Yeah, I don't know why Izuru is just a student there. And they should have freaking made a sprite for Chisa.
I know! I was gonna say it, but I wanted to hold back. But thank you for saying that.
Yeah, I will defend you.
Isn't she I thought she was in the future board one.
No.
Like, it would have been so, like, sweet if, like, they had a free time event where Chisa and Monami are, like, well, Usami are, like, having a conversation about who's going to get Teacher of the Month award.
Aw, that's so cute. And it's like Chisa will have double the kids. She's going to have so many children.
Munakata better be prepared for commitment, damn it.
Yeah, and Munakata and Juzo should have been there. Oh.
Who was in the future mode board?
I don't know.
Because I think the future mode board, the future foundation board, had some people from the future foundation or the future arc, didn't they? I thought.
Well, yeah, they did, but it's just like in those little 8-bits.
Oh, okay. It's
not like the free time event things. Scenes with the full sprites.
So was there an 8-bit Chisa?
Yeah, there was, but it wasn't really much. Believe me, I know.
Yeah, and anyway, so once you're done collecting the little hope fragments or whatever, or the skills from talent building mode, you go over and play a RPG where you fight Monokuma creatures.
And you get more coins to buy more cards.
And man, is Sakura overpowered. I would know. I have her on my team. And basically, they're all beating up the Monokumas. I have yet to get to the end, but it's pretty fun.
There's 3 levels. There's normal, something else, and ultimate. What's the third? What's the middle one?
I'm not sure. It was very confusing and very hard to get used to. But
I'm surprised. I mean, I was thinking about adding some of the Monokuma monsters that show up in the dungeon mode into Spare Automata, but I was like, nah, I'm just gonna use the Monokumas from DRA, another episode, Ultra Despair
I don't
Girls.
know, maybe like later story they pop up. That could be cool. Like maybe just not all.
It got me thinking that I saw Shuichi in the Love Hotel. I was wondering what would Hajime and Makoto be like, and if they did them and that one.
Makoto would pee his pants. He would be like, oh boy, I don't know how to react to this. Oh, he's so lame. I love him.
Yeah.
I think my 2 favorite ones were Himiko and Kaede were my favorite ones. Where you see Kaede's really genuinely likes Shuichi, you know, like, and Himiko's like I'm a like pet me please, I'm a cat, like meow.
That's weird. Meanwhile, FBI is like coming down to burst the door, like FBI, open up.
Let's see, the weird ones were definitely Miyu, like.
Oh god.
Also,
was really weird, man.
Like, yeah, but it's like Miyu was like I want a baby. Like, no, thank you. Like, fine, I'll have a baby with you by force.
Oh my god, I forgot. Oh wait, no, that's Miyu. She's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna milk you for all you're worth.
Then Shumigi's like she's like playing like anime, like Japanese anime, like you're we're stepbrothers. We left each other first. And like okay, let's see. Another weird one. And Tinko's like one of her rivals in the dojo is like, you beat me, so I guess you can do what you want with me.
Yeah.
And she's like I don't want to. Be like, oh, you're so pure. Your true love is. I knew it. Your true love is Neo Kaede. But I lost, so it has to happen. Oh, and then Maki's is like friends, or orphanage friends, like play house. Oh, and I think Angie just tickles, trying to tickle Shuichi. It's like
Kyo introduces Shuichi to bondage.
No! No, he's too innocent. I know, like Korakyo getting around, I gotta say.
Oh, and then the maid's just like, I'm a maid, I can't do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was
Really? Couldn't go all Freudian on us? Oh no. I regretted it the moment I said it.
So
but yeah, Love Hotel. Weird.
Very
but
strange.
It makes sense if they're like supposed to be the last remaining people on Earth. So gotta repopulate.
Ew. But they're teens.
But I guess they had to. I guess to redo every guy had to have sex with every girl. That way the genetics are like more mixed up and stuff. You can't have too less genetics.
Yeah. I know.
They probably froze some stuff.
Oh.
Right. All right. Overall, final thoughts at the end now about all the games in the anime.
All the games. Well, as you know, I'm a huge fan of Danganronpa, so as long as I can just invest in the story, it's okay with me. No matter how annoying it will be, it's still a great series at the end of the day.
And how much you cry.
Yeah, and how much I cried because I'm a very emotional person.
Same.
Yeah, this is why, like when I was like when I was writing the both inside his own head and the hatred of despair, is like, God, I gotta get through this. Gotta get through this. I was.
Well, now the ultimate friend is going to turn into, you know.
Yeah.
It's okay, buddy. I've been there. Believe me, I have so many moments when writing Despair Automata. Moments that Jimbalea will soon come across.
No,
just wait till he gets.
I'm afraid though. I'm afraid. I'm afraid it's gonna turn out to be like really dark.
But I watched it one time. I still cannot watch episode 10 of the Despair arc.
Same.
I've
like,
been.
I'm like skip.
For some reason, I can't find Despair Automata on AO free. I can't. Like,
sorry. I haven't updated the chapters. I gotta keep doing that.
Oh, okay. I've only found it on fanfiction.net. That's part of the reason why I haven't been reading it as fast, because I don't use that website, so.
Gotcha. Yeah, then I'll just put them all on AO3 because, oh boy, it's gonna get fun. I'm so excited for you to get to chapter 7.
Yeah, and I really want to leave a kudos on it. I just can't find it, and I don't have a fanfiction.net account, so I have no, and I don't know.
Don't worry, I'll update it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had fanfiction.net first before I even knew AO3 existed, so.
Yeah, I always had AO3. I never wrote fanfiction, so sorry, I had a pen in my mouth. But yeah.
Yeah, I just remember when I was choosing between the two, I figured I'd just go with FFnet because that one had less yaoi.
Seriously? I thought FFnet had more yaoi. I'm not sure because it's older.
I don't know. I think it's because of the tags.
I don't understand that.
There's too much sex, man. I really hate it. I really hate it.
I thought there's 2 Danganronpas and FF. That's weird. I was confused sometimes because you didn't know where the published. And there's Danganronpa and there's Danganronpa whatever.
Oh, I found it, I think. But your name is a little different on there. Vixen 0017.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, my name is different on there too. I was this and fanfiction. I was the stealth photographer. That was my old nickname.
Yeah, I used number 17 because that's my dad's lucky number.
You know how I got that nickname, stealth photographer?
Because
you like Mahiro?
Because you like photography.
Well, I did. I haven't taken it in a while, but I used to be into photography because I was a shy kid, you know. I didn't like being in front of the. I always thought my pictures looked stupid, you know. I'm like, I look stupid in pictures, so I decided I'm gonna start taking pictures instead. That way, I can't be in the pictures, so like taking them.
Yeah.
But anyways, I was at my church youth camp, and I took pictures of people doing stupid stuff, like or silly stuff or embarrassing stuff, you know, like really fast before they noticed I was there. Like the nickname me, like doing something stupid or like you're fast, you're like very stealthy. So.
Oh jeez. So did you ruin their reputations?
No, I gave the pictures to them. You know, I didn't like do this was old film days. You can't really internet them. It was.
Okay, there you go, Vixen. I left 2 kudos on there. I figured out how to leave more.
But they thought it was funny.
Aww,
so
thanks.
Yeah.
They thought it was funny, so they gave me a nickname, the stealth photographer, because I took it so fast because they noticed. like doing a silly pose to their friends, like click. Like what was that? Like,
I just chose Vixen because foxes are my spirit animal, and since I'm a girl, and so I just like foxes are just such an inspiration for me.
Foxes are very cute.
They are.
Then my new nickname.
But be careful. We're tricky. We're cunning. We'll get you like right where we want you, and then we'll do whatever you want for us.
The mystery behind my name, my actual real life name is Lainey, but. But
that's a lovely name.
Thank you, Delaney. It's a last name actually, but I I just really think Jimmy Neutron memes are funny. or at least I used to. So I named myself Jimbles for a long time.
Oh, for Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. Like there was like just jokes on it online and stuff. Because I kind of like to make fun of cartoons like that. And then I just was like, you know what? Jambalaya, Jimbalaya. Boom.
Yeah, for some reason, like when I first start, like for some reason, whenever I see it, it reminds me of that pancake lady, Aunt Jemima.
Oh my gosh. Yes, that's perfect. That's my next name, Aunt Jambalaya.
Oh, that's perfect. Can you make pancakes?
I've never made one before, but I will try.
Good luck. It took my dad 10 years.
I know. You gotta get them right. I mean, I can make a microwave pancake pretty good. Just kidding. Those turn out to be like gross, but
Oh man, this has been so much fun. I can't wait for the next one. So, are we doing Ace Attorney next?
I'd like to.
We're Waste Wayne. Depends. It depends if she beats if she beats the trial by.
I'm gonna beat the trial as soon as possible. I'm gonna beat it right now. Like after the stream, I gotta beat it. It's oh man, it's so suspenseful. I love it.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
guess we're going to wait in the second game. We can't do the second trial for a while. Second game for a while.
Well, it'll be hard to discuss the entire series in one thing.
Yeah, I want to do like we did here, like bit by bit, game by game. But we gotta beat the second. We gotta wait for her to beat the other games first before you go on.
What about what else is there besides Danganronpa? Because I like having these live streams.
Yeah, well, I was talking about Ruby.
Oh yeah,
earlier.
I actually want to start getting into that. I heard it's a bit disappointing at times from my friend who's also in the Ruby, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's something, but you know, it ain't as bad as Future Art.
Yeah, at least it's not that.
Yeah, that's the games we talk about. I don't know if you guys know that games I really want to talk about. You probably don't know anything about
Steins Gate.
Oh, that too, but Kingdom Hearts series.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be super fun.
Yeah, my friends are really into that. Oh my gosh, it's so complicated, but you know, I know a lot about it. Actually,
so much games we can talk about: Steins Gate, Ace Attorney series, Kingdom Hearts. All these different games we talk about. We talk about different animes too, if you wanted to. We open.
What kind of animes?
Oh, we could talk about Beastars. I really like that.
What?
New anime. Beastars. Well, I mean, it's pretty furry.
Oh.
Well, all right. So, sign off. You got any future fan fiction projects you guys are working on? Like I know
it's gonna be editing.
Yeah, so I know you have your Autonoma and your Drabbles. Let's talk about them real fast.
Oh, yeah. Well, Despair Automata is done, though. I was thinking about I was floating around the idea in my head of making like sort of OVAs to sort of explain the lore some more. But unfortunately, I think I've just been so busy with my third year of college that I just don't have time. Though I am also thinking about travels, but that's not a guarantee. They just float in my mind.
Yeah.
How about you've thought about a Despair Autonoma Drabble crossover?
I think it would be hard to put cute Drabbles in a world like Despair Automata.
Well, I mean, there would be cute Drabbles like Kibo's first attempts trying to understand the vending machine and how he lost to one.
Be like well,
cute stuff does happen.
Well, a lot of depressing Drabbles too. Like I remember one of them was like the Sleeping Beauty one, where she's in a coma and like, and Mikan's like, "Oh, I can take care of you. How despairful."
Oh no, geez.
Yeah. I like the idea of like Sleeping Beauty because she sleeps for 100 years, and during that time, everyone she loves perishes away.
Oh crap!
While she remains beautiful.
No.
Yeah. Well, I might make references to it in Despair Automata. You'll just see. I got some fairy tale aesthetics going on.
I'm so worried, but also intrigued.
Yeah, well, meanwhile,
Here, I will assure you that it doesn't end in complete despair like Despair Art.
I just don't want Chiaki or Kibo to die. Please. I can't.
and I'm working on my Ultimate Friends series for then, but it's starting to get a little
It's very
dark.
And I do have a plan for when why well, spoilers. I do have a plan for why Makuro does what she does to despair to the mom, but
hopefully it's not going to be something that makes me hate her. Because before I don't have any feelings because she's just a tool. I mean, most people would think that I wouldn't. Mukuro, because she lobotomized Chisa. Most people would think I really don't like her because she lobotomized Chisa, but she was just a tool.
But I'm not going to see spoilers yet, but I'm going to have a reason why she does it. For it's just like gonna be more of a manipulation.
She secretly wanted a mom this entire time.
Oh no.
But anyway, well, hopefully you'll join us next week for Ace Attorney 1 as we talk about the trials there. And I think next week we do that. We're not gonna do a character section first. We might talk about the characters of each trial, each chapter, because
that'll be good because
that's a good idea.
Because each trial has different characters, except for the main characters on every one. But well, join us next week. Hopefully, she has 1 week to beat the game. So
no, it's okay. I'm gonna start the second game this week. I'm literally on the last trial. I'm on the last trial. I can do this.
All right. So anyway,
awesome. We believe in you.
Yes, I'll take that.
As always. I guess this might be our shortest thing. No, actually, no. I think the Ultra Despair Girls was a little shorter because only 2 of us talking.
Yeah, it was.
Anyways, never stop learning and enjoy the randomness. We'll see you next time. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
So, by the way, did you ever get